Hey everybody. Well, I decided to get my first ATV, and I have all the plastics for it and everything, but this is a 1983 Suzuki LT 125. It currently doesn't run, but from the looks of it, it really wasn't ran that much in its lifetime. As you can see down here, I've got the electronics out of it right now because the wires were severed from the stator, and I have on order the pickup coil for the ignition because it was also missing. The pull starter recoil assembly was also missing on it too, and I'm finding out lots of little bits on it. I mean, I don't know how accurate that is, whether it actually measures miles or not, but this engine, as dirty as it looks, doesn't look like it's ever been into or nothing. I mean, there isn't much paint wear and tear on it or anything. They do have manual valve adjustments, and I can see those have been adjusted before. I have cleaned up the frame on it shortly after I got it. I decided to take all the panels and stuff, but one thing one person said, who has like 5 of these, has never seen it have the plastic in here, which is removable. And also, usually these bolt down, and I'm going to make it so I can use it as a dump tray or something, but needs some TLC, like I say, the ignition system, and once I get that, then it's pretty much complete. You got your primer, which is there. Choke up here, it all hooks to the plastics, and so does that. Muffler's gonna need some attendance to it. It's cracked right there. It came, at least from what I know, factory with one of these, or at least an option. I just got done airing up the tires, and so far they're holding air. I don't hear any leaks. Oil filter's in here, and I'll get to that as soon as I, find out if it wants to run. Doesn't look like it has much of any oil, but hopefully it ain't leaking it or anything. I mean, still pretty wet over here, but I figured as fast as it was if it was going to leak out pretty quick, it would have done it a long time ago. Petcock, I was told these have a fuel pump and a petcock, but they are missing on this one, and they hook right here. But from the looks of it, it was ran without a fuel pump in that, but the inlet is about up to here on the gas tank, so you can get so far before gravity feed no longer works on this, but it's like almost $50 on eBay for a used pump and petcock setup. And I got thinking to myself, Briggs and Stratton and other mowers have diaphragm fuel pumps that can hook in to where this one was supposed to for the pulsation. So I'm wondering if I can get away cheaper with that and still be able to run this. I mean, it's going to need some brakes, obviously, which is no biggie. I mean, just take the wheel off. And this double net setup here, which is, you know, I'm told it could suck a little bit to take that off. And then you just take the access covers, and there it is, and slide the old ones off, put the new ones on, throw the getter, and enjoy. The spark plug, when I first pulled it, no signs of oil use whatsoever. So that was real good. That's what I wanted to see. Its last run. And as you could tell, somebody had really mudded with it. I think it was a bunch of kids and everything. Got delivered to me by some 14, 16-year-old and his dad, and I was the only person really biting. And I could tell she was kept in good shape by somebody before they got it, because these rubber boots on these tie rod ends are in immaculate shape. I can't actually tell you if they've ever been changed, which, if they haven't, then she was definitely stored indoors. I mean, a little bit of surface rust here. That's rusty. It looks like mud, but the light's amplifying it. And the seat, of course, duct tape finish. I can get a new cover. All the foam's there, so get a cover. These ones, I've seen that it's supposed to have a clip, but this being the first year, I don't think they had the clip on the gas tank, unless that goes on the plastic. I never looked. Air filter, I haven't bothered to look for, see if there's one in there, which I'm not seeing anything. So, needs a little bit of here and there, but I think it's well worth the investment. Trying to think here, really, if there's anything else. Tires are really good shape. I mean, they look a little bit of dry cracking here and there, but really good. I don't think they're going to need replaced if they're not leaking air too quick. I was told it ran a year ago, the little story I got from it. It ran out of gas, and they tried putting more gas in it, and then they went to try and start it, and it wouldn't start for some reason, and the pole starter broke, and I think they were bump starting it, to be honest. Which, it's missing all the shift linkage, so I don't know if it was being parted out and used by somebody else or what. But this is your Gearshift lever, low up all the way for like a climbing granny low gear, neutral, and then you got 4 gears down. Your reverse one, which has some special weird setup, and it pivots, holds on right here, and I've got all that on order, on the way. Really simple electronics on it, and I've got to go through all that. One nice little feature has a parking brake on it. There we go, get it focused. Nice little parking brake on it when you get it working, and to deactivate just does that. So I like that. That's a pretty nice little feature. Got your standard off and run and off throttle. I mean, I'm told these are the first 4-wheelers that were ever produced. So, not too bad, I gotta say. They did pretty good. Looks like the quality's there and all good. Try to get that to focus for you. So this is my little project. Decided, you know, I paid $200 for it. I may have overpaid, I don't know. It's gonna need new bearings in it and everything. Some stuff's looks a bit loose. Yeah, I see the steering there is, sorry, I try to hold this steady for you. Yeah, it looks like the nut may be loose or something. I'll investigate that further. And I know there was some, and one guy, he had it to where there was a grease zerk on here, and he can squirt grease into the kingpin setup, and I'll see if there's an aftermarket for that, or if I could just add my own into it. I think that'd be pretty nice. May not be the most powerful one in the world, but from all the YouTube videos I've watched, these were pretty good. Pretty stout little things. So, this is part 1 of many. As parts keep flooding in, I'll keep y'all updated on her. And chain's pretty nice and well and protected. You gotta take the wheel off and everything, but it's hard to there, see? That's just surface rust on the chain from when I was washing it, but when I got it, it was all still shiny. So that tells me it was stored indoors and everything, at least from the previous owner, and wasn't out in the rain or anything, or at least it would have been a lot cleaner. I know some of these came with gold rims, but I think the first year came with silvers, and all of them are silver, so it looks like it's pretty original. So I mean, other than that, little TLC here and there, gather parts and get her running. And then I got a buddy who is getting one today, a Honda 200. Needs a starter, but other than that, he's getting it, and he's going to be wanting to go to the Badlands here in Indiana, out in Attica. So I think we're going to try to have a little fun, and if anything, the wife and I take one out. Maybe this one will be hers and I can get another one, and we go out for a day and enjoy ourselves and try to have a good time. But first, get this running, everything, get carburetor cleaned, you know, ignition, see if it wants to run, concept of running. After that, we're going to dive straight into it. So stay tuned, everybody, and thanks for watching.